what up? How's it going? Hey, so I watched that last episode, not really knowing what to expect. Even about a third of the way through, I'm like, what's happening here? What's up with you, Walt? By the end, I'm like, okay, I'm satisfied. It's I can take this. It is, as I said, I like the characters and character building, and even if it's not even development, if it's not the story moving along, if the characters are just being themselves as they've been developed in a singular episode, I can take that. And I'm fine with that. And Walt expressing what he expressed, I know some people were not trying to hear that shit. I know, because based off of how some people responded in the comments. But me, like I said, I'm along for the ride. I'm just watching a motherfucker's life in a fishbowl. You feel me? So, hey, let's go ahead, get this started.
Georgia O'Keeffe painted all kinds of stuff.
Oh.
Everyday items, her surroundings.
Testing.
Some of it
Coochies.
evoked an erotic nature.
Why would anyone paint a picture of a door over and over again like...
It was the same subject, but it was different every time.
And that's not psycho to you?
Well, then why should we do anything more than once? Should I just smoke this one cigarette? Maybe we should only have sex once if it's the same thing.
Whoa, no.
Should we just watch one sunset? Why not a door? Sometimes you get fixated on something and you might not even get why. You open yourself up and go with the flow wherever the universe takes you.
Took her to a door, and she got all obsessed with it and just had to paint it like 20 times until it was perfect.
No, I wouldn't say that. Nothing's perfect.
Yeah? Some things.
Oh, that was so sweet. I think I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
That O'Keeffe lady kept trying over and over until that stupid door was perfect.
No, that door was her home and she loved it. To me, that's about making that feeling last.
Oh.
Supposed to hurt. Pain is weakness leaving your body.
Pain is my foot in your ass, Marie.
Hey, if you can get your leg up that high, I say go for it.
Come on, Uncle Hank. You can do it. How else are you going to get out of here?
Don't you have any friends? I mean, Jesus.
We got our first bell. And, you know, if you're still insistent. I am. Prepare yourself. You're sure you can do this?
He got his eye on you. Look at Walt like, mother.
But I can't work a scale now? This is bullshit. Just say it. You think I'm stealing?
I'm Jesse.
Well, hello. My name is Brandon. And this is, I believe, Peter.
Right, I'm Peter. How are you? Wanted to give you a heads up. It's gonna get a little slower smuggling product with Grandpa Anus. Watching every move I make. Don't worry. I'll keep it flowing.
This is stupid.
I sold a teenth.
1/10? That's it? To who?
Him. Look, it's not so easy selling to these people. They're here trying to better themselves.
I want it back. All of it. I'll sell it myself.
Come on, man, don't be like that. Selling to these people, it's like shooting a baby in the face. It's not natural.
Oh, hey, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Andrea, right?
Yeah.
What is Ice Station Zebra Associates?
It's a loan out. It's fine. I have a guy.
I knew he was going to say that.
Guy.
Who is he? What's his name? What are his qualifications? Walt, this money has to be unimpeachable.
And it is. It will be.
But how do I know that? I mean, apparently you can't even tell me the man's name.
Jesus. Skylar, do you really want to know?
Is he taking her there?
Walt never told me how lucky he was prior to recent unfortunate events. Clearly, his taste in women is the same as his taste in lawyers, only the very best, with just the right amount of dirty. First step is something we like to call money laundering, all right? Take your money, represented by, say,
salt?
these jelly beans.
You know, I'm a bookkeeper.
He was about to give her the spiel. He was about to.
We declared just enough so as not to arouse suspicion. Then Walt's one-time winnings become seed money for an investment. Laser tag. 7,000 square feet of rollicking fun in the heart of northern Bernalillo County.
Laser tag?
What's the issue with it?
In relation to Walt, I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay, let me bottom line this for you. You don't need to be involved, okay? Because I've been doing this for a lot of years, successfully, believe it or not, without your help.
You ever try that blue stuff that's going around? Oh, just a little.
Jesse, the fuck you
gas in
doing
a
right now?
tank, and suddenly, everything is interesting. So you're a kid, huh? What's up? Brock, huh?
Brock is almost 6. You okay? With kids?
What? Yeah.
Brock is gonna go play in his room while the big people talk.
It was harder than you thought, like they said.
This isn't just about what happened before. My involvement in this is ongoing. I have something of a contract, but it's all very safe, professional, and structured.
How many bodies are buried to keep it safe and structured, as he said?
If you're gonna launder money, Walt, at least do it right. You worked here for years.
Ah, okay, yeah.
This is what we buy. This is what you buy.
Now she want to be on a team. The nerve.
What are you even doing here? You can't get your nut up to sell? What's the point of even coming? Homie, I'm on like step 5.
Deuce, yo. I'm catching up.
Oh shit, they getting clean. That's actually dope. It's funny. They came there to be scumbags, and it's gonna help them. I like that.
Dude needs to come into the fold.
Nope.
I don't have any firecrackers on me. Who does tricks with firecrackers?
Tomas.
Who's Tomas?
He's my kid brother.
Yeah?
And we don't talk about it.
All due respect, I don't see it. So I vote no.
Makes a better story than your laser tag.
Is that you talking or Yoko Ono?
She has a point.
Besides, this dump isn't gonna work because it doesn't have a Danny. Okay, there's no Danny here.
What in God's name?
Yeah, what's
is
a Danny?
Danny?
Danny runs the laser tag. And when the stock market took a shit and Danny got into trouble, he went searching for exactly the type of situation that we're offering. Okay, Danny will look the other way to keep his dream afloat. In other words, Danny can be trusted completely. All you got is a big building that squirts water. You got no Danny here.
If you're holding, we can do something.
What?
You know, that blue stuff you were talking about?
Well, you said the kid is coming home.
Yeah, in a few hours.
And you seriously want to get high?
I don't know what you're getting so pissed about. You're the one who brought it up the other day.
What kind of mother are you?
What?
You heard me. What kind of mom gets wasted with a little kid to take care of?
Nobody can say I don't take care of my son. What do you know about me? I take care of my baby. I'll do anything for him. I won't let what happened to Tomas happen to my son.
This whole neighborhood's run by gangs. They run the drugs, control the streets. They sort of took Tomas in. They got Tomas slinging. Part of some crew. Then, when he was 10, for some initiation or something, they made him kill somebody.
Oh!
I heard the rumors. I didn't believe it at first. Then I saw him like a week later.
Damn.
Told me all about it like it was nothing.
Who did you say he killed?
Some dealer from some outside crew. Right around the corner from here. Just because he was working the wrong corner.
You'll do your PT at home, and it'll be great because you'll be home. I got you a new bed.
A hospital bed?
Well,
You put a hospital bed in my bedroom? Get that out of my house. You hear me, Marie? Today,
Hank.
I leave this hospital when I walk out of here.
Without a Danny, the car wash isn't really an option.
And he can't get you another Danny to run the car wash? What about me?
How didn't I see it coming? No.
I'll be the Danny.
No, Skylar, that is not a good idea.
I'm gonna do it right.
You are not in this You are not
We're
in this.
married. How am I
We
not
are
in
not
this?
married, Skylar. We're divorced.
Past tense, Skylar. Remember?
I never actually got around to filing the papers.
What?
Married couples can't be compelled to testify against one another.
Oh, yo! We got us a daddy.
Yeah, I'll be there.
What was that?
An invitation.
Man, you in deep.
Walter, you're right on time. Please, come here.
Why did you invite me here?
We're working together. Why not break bread together? In this precise combination, the smell of this meal, instantly, it brings you back to my childhood.
Basically, it all takes place in the hippocampus. Neural connections are formed. The senses make the neurons express signals.
I would like to help you if I could.
Help me how?
Well, when I first started out, I made a lot of mistakes. More than I care to admit. You are a wealthy man now, and one must learn to be rich. To be poor, anyone can manage.
That's facts.
What advice do you have for me?
Never make the same mistake twice.
Never make the same mistake twice. Which mistake in particular? Because he's made quite a few early on, you know.
300.
14th? Shit, come on, yo.
300.
He wanted to see who's responsible. Okay. Okay.
Hey, yo.
Bounce.
Damn, I understand. First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I have a Patreon with full-length early reactions to things like this. Check it out. This is a funny episode where you take a step back and just think about everything. Just think about everything. Walt wanted to keep this from his wife. You know what? Let's start with Pinkman. Because I got a lot to say about Walt. I completely understand where Pinkman coming from. He wants some get back. Recently in his life, he's had a ton of things happen to him. Okay? We know what happened with his girl Jane. We know what happened with Combo, his boy. We know what happened with his family. Now, he was able to get that house. Okay. He got some money working with Walt. He doing some scumbag stuff, stealing. But as I said, okay, that's the game he in. But you got to understand, Gus will kill you. He seems to have accepted that, right? But he's doing it for some like petty peddling, right? Like we talking about some big time money and he doing that, okay? He starts chastising Badger and Skinny Pete. Now, them two are funny to me. And like you know, I turned the corner on them. As y'all see, like I don't hold no ill will or no character, nothing like that. Like when I first meet them, I'm like, man, they don't even care about Jesse. They leaving him out to hang. But just as characters, they're funny to me. Why? They sitting there supposed to be selling. The selling is too difficult. These people trying to change their lives. But them two are in there getting changed. He's like, man, I'm already on step 5. He was like, he needed to come into the fold, man. Jesse really needs to come down. That's funny, man. Like they actually in there being convinced, hey, I got to change my life. I want to see where this goes for them, right? For Skinny Pete and Badger. The part where he meets Andrea, I already knew where that was going because early in the very beginning of the episode, we see him speaking at the Georgia O'Keeffe exhibit with Jane, and you know he say what he said about like, yo, she was just practicing. It wasn't nothing deeper than that. Like she was trying to get it right, get it perfect. She's like, nah, that's the art, man. That's part of it. He like, okay, whatever, right? But By the end, we see her put the cigarette down. Now, remember, he's looked at that like he still is craving her. Like he lost her. That was a big time loss for him. So as soon as I saw Andrea, as soon as I saw her, as far as the episode goes, I knew what she was going, how this was going to go. I didn't know how he would get with her, but the fact that he was going to sell to her, okay. She got a kid. And like I said, Badger and Skinny Pete told him it's more difficult than you think. And it was. It was to the point where them two smashed and she like, you got some? And he turned on her. And she was looking at him like fucking crazy. Like, motherfucker, you brought the blue shit up to me. The fuck? Like, she's like, and don't ever bring up my kid like I don't take care of him. I don't want him to be like Tomas. Okay? So Tomas, that was the dude who killed Combo. As she said it, I'm like, no, it can't be. Then I realized, oh, no, it is. Now, my thing was, I didn't know what Jesse was going to do. I'm like, he not going to do nothing to the little brother, is he? Nah. He wanted to see who he had to deal with. And that's going to be cathartic for him. I know we talk about like drug dealers and all this shit, but imagine if he could kill them, it's going to be like, now, of course, it's not going to heal the wounds of the loss or anything like that. But, you know, he saw who it was and you saw the look on his face. I'm trying to think, have we seen that look on his face yet? We've seen Walt, the look that Walt has on, I keep doing that. The look that Walt has on my background, that's the look that Pinkman has right now. He's not playing. This is, you know what I mean? And the thing is, there's no coming back from this. You kill some gang members, okay? But here's also the other thing. You kill some gang members, remember who you work for and who you represent. You represent Gus. That's going to cause some issues. Now, speaking of Gus brings Walt over. And Gus looked like a business owner. His home looks like a business owner's home, and he was cooking his ass off. And he's like, man, I made more mistakes than I care to talk about. He's like, but I wish I had somebody to give me advice. Now, you see Walt look in the knife. Once again, he's looking at himself. He's trying to figure this out. And what I mean by figure this out is, yo, you're in it. And he keeps thinking, I think he really believes at this point, I can't get out of it. But the thing is, he still has it in his mind, I don't want to get deeper. Nah. You at the deepest. How much higher does it get than a Gus? Like, he beefing with the cartel. And that's the thing. He understands because of the amount of money he's been offered. And he understands, as he said to Skylar, it's a contract. But I just think he's taking it as a business. Like, I'm just doing it. Gus is like, nah, don't make the same mistake twice. And I'm trying to think, not what he's alluding to, because he's not, but I'm thinking the showrunners, they're giving me a hint of something, but I'm like, Walt's made so many mistakes. I don't know what the fuck this could be alluding to. Now I want to go back. Walt's whole thing was, I got to provide for my family. I'm going to die. I got to leave them something. I'm a chemist. Yo, turns out I could do this. He does a whole bunch of scumbaggery that is involved in drug dealing. All right? And the higher you go, it's going to go like that. But his whole thing was, I got to keep this away from her. And look where the fuck it is now. Because the reason I sat back is because I'm thinking in my head real quick, I'm going through everything. She, get out of my house. She don't even want to touch the money. She asked that lawyer about it. And now look where it's at. And the way it ends up happening, everything is all combined. Walt does what he does and it causes chain of events. Hank ends up how he ends up, but he also did what he did, so he has money. Because he did what he did, he caused issues with his wife. His wife had issues, but she knows about the money. So when Hank can't afford it, they come up with the story. She comes up with the story. Now, I'm thinking they divorce. And I made a joke. I was like, past tense, Skylar. And she said, I ain't never take the papers in. I forgot they both had to. And when she said what she said, it was like, of course, she can't be compelled to talk. Of course. Now, here's what's funny to me. I don't know. She's already said it. I've learned a lot from the best. I just hope Walt doesn't trust her. I know it's going to be hard for him and all that, but don't. At this point, everybody he should be wary of. Everyone. The fact that she went from how she was to where she is now, all of a sudden she just with it, right? Oh, they're regular Bonnie and Clyde, huh? Like she put in work. Like I said, she want to be back on the team, and she's like, I know about money laundering, right? And I fuck with Saul heavy. Saul had this spiel ready. He got the cup. You see, money laundering. He had the pencils. He had the shit already in there. He said this. He was going to tell her exactly what he told to Jesse. But she's like, I know what it is. All right. But here's what's cool about this. This episode had them figuring things out. It wasn't just boom, laser tag, or boom, car wash. It was them trying to figure this out. Because when approached with the laser tag, I'm like, hey, what's wrong with that? Nobody going to ask, right? Because as people said, people just think of him as mild-mannered and okay. But she's like, no, we can't have no issues with this. She's right. But once again, why are you all up in this? Why you care? That's what I'm thinking at that point. And then she brings him to the car wash. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. But then Walt goes and tells Saul about it. And he's like, but we ain't got a Danny. And I'm like, a Danny? But when he explained it, I'm like, you damn right. I like how it went from the laundering part, okay. And then she says what she says. I'm like, you okay. And then Saul says what he says. I'm like, right. And then it goes back, it bounces back to her. And she's like, you need a Danny? What about me? And she's like, I can't remember what she said, where she was like, you know, we're married or something like this. And he was like, what? We're not. We're divorced. And then she lets it be known. And then she also says, if we're married, I can't be compelled to testify, which is like, now my thinking is, how long has she been thinking about this? Had she been thinking about this since she laid eyes on the money and then came back? I think it was like that very next day and everything was gone and she saw it. Had she just been sitting on it? And then as things started progressing, now she's, you know what I mean? And here's another thing. We can never forget what people say on this show. She said, I know you had something to do. You're involved with what happened to Hank. This is why you got to keep your eye on her, man. Like, Walt, you cannot, you know what I mean? And that whole don't make the same mistake twice. That's facts. He putting him on game. And I just wish that Walt understood how hectic this could be. Not even that. He understands that. That's the weird thing. I just wish that he would remember how hectic it can be. Let's put it that way. Because all this, I'm just going to work and I'm putting on a suit and tie and nah, my guy. Look where this is. I'm fucking with this show. I'm fucking with it. Yeah. And now things are setting up. It's like, what? They working together? And Jesse's doing what he's doing? And this is what I like. I won't call them false starts, but because I haven't seen it, I'm watching it and I'm thinking, okay, the drug dealing thing in the Narcotics Anonymous thing, I'm thinking that's what the story is going to be. Y'all see how I'm into this? Like, I'm like, he's going to be selling it. And it turns out, no, it took a turn. That's what I'm talking about, man. I like it. But the thing is, the NA thing, it served a purpose. It wasn't like, I'm pretty sure it's going to have a lot. Like I said, Skinny Pete and Badger ended up going there. Look at what they're saying it's working. You got Andrea, he meets her, and she just so happens to be Tomas's sister. And he found out about it. It's like, I'm just fucking with it. It's just a web. And not some perfect web. It's just shit everywhere. I fuck with it. Next episode.